All right, hey everyone, it's Wednesday evening. It's time for Weather Geeks. I did the weather at 6 o'clock out at the Canfield Fair at the WFMJ tent. What a spectacular evening it is out there. Looking forward to seeing many of you at the fair this year. Just as a reminder, you can check the schedule of events on the 21 News app, as well as the appearance schedule for all of your favorite WFMJ personalities. Dana, Leslie, Derek, and myself will be in the tent signing autographs and saying hello to everyone Saturday from 10 to 2 and Sunday from 2 to 6. So hope to see many of you there. Look at that sky this evening. We're looking west from Youngstown here. It's going to be a fantastic sunset at 8:01 this evening. Tomorrow, our last 8 o'clock sunset until next spring. The slow march to fall continues. And a little bit of a taste of fall in the air certainly out there this evening. It feels great after dew points spent all night in the upper 60s. We've backed off to about 50 for a dew point late today, and that is much drier air. It really feels like September out there, and well, we got another winter coming up for tomorrow. Last night's showers added up to not a whole lot of rain. A couple of spots might have had a quarter of an inch or so, but in general this was a tenth of an inch in many spots, and these showers have now pushed well off to the east. Let's talk about our tropical system, Dorian. A couple of things happened. Well, a few things happened with Dorian since last evening's video. This the center of the circulation kind of reconfigured itself farther north. This had big implications for the track and intensity of the system because it avoided Puerto Rico and certainly avoided Hispaniola, where there's big mountains that tear apart tropical systems. Because it avoided those land masses, this thing strengthened quite a bit. It's now a hurricane, and now we have the concern that this is going to be a big problem for probably Florida as we go through time. Right now it's a Category 1 storm with 80 mile per hour winds, gusts to 100, the pressure down under 1,000 millibars. And here's the latest National Hurricane Center track. Now I'll preach the same thing I preached last evening. When you look at the cone, this does not mean it's heading right here. That's just the center of the cone. It's equally as likely just about that it's up here or down here. So everyone from roughly the South Carolina, Georgia border, maybe Savannah, Georgia, right down through the east coast of Florida, all the way to Miami, has to be very, very weather aware over the next couple of days as the final track becomes a little bit more apparent. Residents should be starting to prepare. Those preparations really need to kick into high gear over the next couple of days. Anyone, if you know anyone that's vacationing in Florida, the Bahamas, Hilton Head, places like that, they've really got to start making plans to get out of harm's way in the next couple of days. You can see the timing on this. This likely makes landfall somewhere in the cone here, Sunday late or into the early hours of Monday morning on Labor Day. And it could be a major hurricane. A major hurricane defined as Category 3 or higher. That means winds could be at 115 miles per hour sustained when this makes landfall somewhere in the southeastern U.S. So yeah, it's a big deal. This looks a lot more ominous than it did at this time last evening. I just showed you the official National Hurricane Center track. Here's a look at the spaghetti plot showing all of our models. You can see there's pretty decent agreement here that this is going to come through the northern Bahamas and most likely make landfall somewhere in Florida late in the weekend and early next week. Still got to be on the lookout in Georgia, but east coast of Florida residents especially have to be wary of Dorian. And now this just runs through Monday and it's early in the game, so you're going to see these numbers go up. But right now the chance of hurricane force winds highest from about the Space Coast, right around where the Kennedy Space Center is, on south. And you're going to see these numbers tick upwards as the forecast rises in confidence and the system gets closer to the U.S. So again, if you have family or friends in Florida, especially the east coast of Florida, make sure they are staying up on the latest forecast and preparing to really adjust plans in the coming days. Back here at home, we got a beautiful day coming up on Thursday as high pressure scoots off to our south. Just a few fair weather cumulus clouds, otherwise sunny, beautiful, low humidity. Now I have kept that low chance of rain in Friday's forecast, but I've restricted it to pretty early in the day. There might be a sprinkle or a shower. A lot of us won't even notice this if it happens. I think it's going to be a great afternoon, great evening for high school football Friday evening. Dry, mostly clear, low humidity, picture perfect weather for the first big weekend of high school action across the region this season. And Saturday is going to be a winner as well. I think there'll be a veil of high clouds making for kind of a milky sky, but I think we stay rain free on Saturday. Thursday's forecast, again, temperature-wise, with that abundant sunshine, will be pretty similar to today. We'll make it into the middle and upper 70s with low humidity. Now, we have raised Sunday's rain chances to 40%. Might even have to go higher here. Sunday, to me, easily the most ominous-looking day as far as weather goes during the holiday weekend. There might be a residual shower into Labor Day on Monday, but I'm targeting Sunday as the day that has the potential for impactful showers. The forecast has trended cloudier and wetter over the last couple of days for Sunday. So keep that in mind if you have plans, including at the Canfield Fair this weekend. All right. It's that time of the year where the Farmer's Almanac comes out, as well as the Old Farmer's Almanac comes out. And I get questions about the winter forecast and about all sorts of things. And, you know, if you're watching this video, chances are you're savvy enough when it comes to science and weather that you don't necessarily need to be told that, hey, the Farmer's Almanac is all stinko as far as weather forecasts go. Now, the Farmer's Almanac's not worthless. It's a fun publication. It's got some interesting things in it, fun facts, figures, some advice as far as cooking, gardening, fishing, things like that, historical information. It's great for stuff like that. There's even some good astronomy stuff in there. The scientific basis behind the actual forecasts, well, there really isn't much of one. And as a reminder, our winter forecast, which has a lot of science involved in it, will be out in late October, maybe the first few days of November. It's always right around Halloween. A spirited discussion on my Facebook page on the Farmer's Almanac. It always amazes me year after year. There's some people that will defend that thing to the death, and then there, you know, some people will use it as an opportunity to knock actual, real meteorologists and say that we're no better. Yikes. I've seen stuff like that on my Facebook page yet again this year. You can always count on Facebook for things like that. I've got the facts on my side, as does every other credentialed meteorologist in the country. All of us, even the ones that maybe aren't the best, are going to do better than the Farmer's Almanac. All right, that's it for my Farmer's Almanac spiel. That's it for Weather Geeks tonight. I'll see you back here on Thursday for an updated weekend forecast.